Okay, welcome to Basement Battle's first Warhammer Age of Sigmar narrative campaign. This campaign can be found on the Warhammer Community website, and the campaign name is Quest to Slay the Troggoth King. In this campaign, you can either play it solo or, in our case, with a family member while you're on lockdown. And for the Troggoths, we have 2 units of Fellwater Troggoths here. And they're also led by, in our case, we have a Troggoth King, which we will be counts as a Dankhold Trog boss. So that's who this model will represent. And the hunting party that hopefully will be able to slay the Troggoth King is a Khorne Bloodbound allegiance. And the hunting party consists of 10 Chaos Warriors, and they are led by Scalax Headtaker. Their leader, which is Mordrax the Decapitator, and he is an exalted Deathbringer. And then we have 5 Wrathmongers, and they are led by Bodbar Skull Eater. And they will be going on a quest to slay the Troggoth King. This campaign is played over 3 missions, and I'll bring in the map here. So you have your encampment. Oh, waiting to get that back in focus. And the first mission that we'll play is Strangleweed Swamp. Then we'll hopefully be able to proceed to Black Rock Pass. And then finally we'll be able to get to the lair of the Troggoth King and hopefully kill the Dankhold Trog boss. And in this game, the trolls react a little differently. They are not controlled by a specific player, but instead they have to roll on a behavior table each turn to see how they react to your hunting party. So we'll come back when we get set up for the first mission at Strangleweed Swamp. Okay, our first mission that we're going to play is called Treasure of Strangleweed Swamp. In this mission, the hunting party wants to grab the half-submerged treasure, which is in the center of the battlefield. And the trolls have 2 units of Fellwater Troggoth set up, 15 inches away per the mission here. And anytime the hunting party moves in the swampland, any move or charges that they do, they have to roll a dice. On a roll of 1, they suffer D3 mortal wounds due to the marshland. The battle goes for 6 rounds, and we'll come back at the start of turn 1. Okay, to start off turn 1, we have to roll a dice. On a 1 through 3, the Troggoths go first, and they move all their units based on their behavior table. And then on a 4 through 6, then the hunting party goes first. Okay, we have a 1, so the Troggoths will go first.
Alright, so to start off turn 1, the Troggoths are going to activate. So this unit of Fellwater Troggoths gets to roll for their behavior, a 4. And they are at far range, which is more than 12 inches, so a 4 is an advance movement. So it gets to regenerate, and then it makes a normal move, so 6 inches towards the closest enemy unit. Alright, and then it can shoot its acid, but it's out of range, so next the other unit activates, also at far, so it advances as well. Six inches up. And that's the activation of the Troggoths.
Okay, so next up will be the hunting party. So in the hero phase, we'll gain a command point, so we'll have 2. 1 to start the game, and then 1 each round. And we are going to start by moving the Chaos Warriors, and they move 5. Next up, we'll go ahead and move Mordrax, the Exalted Deathbringer and the leader of the hunting party. So he also moves 5 inches, so he'll just move up with little Chaos Warriors. And then we have the Wrathmongers, and they get to move 5 inches as well. Okay, so we have no ranged, we have no shooting here because we're Khorne. So next up we will do our charges, and we're trying to think about the best way to eliminate these trolls. First off, we're going to have the Wrathmongers see if they can get a charge off with an 8, and they do. So we'll go ahead and move everyone up. We'll move the objective out of the way for right now. Okay, next up we will have the leader, the Exalted Deathbringer. See if he can make a charge with 6 inches. And that will bring him over here. Next up we'll have the Chaos Warriors. They do get +1 to their charges due to their horn. And that's 7. So that's actually 8 inches they can go. We'll have to see if we can do some piling in. Now one thing I do have to roll just for the movement and the charges, just to see if anyone got stuck. So first we're going to start with the Wrathmongers. So first for their normal move when they were here was a 2. And then for their charge move was a 6. So they're fine. Next is for the leader. That was for his move. That was for the charge. And then the Chaos Warriors. They did suffer a 1. So that's D3 mortal wounds. That's 2, but they do have Chaos, oh no, they don't have shield, so 1 Chaos Warrior is down because of the Swampland. And then we'll roll again for their charge move, and they're fine. And that was due to the special scenario rules. Okay, so we will now attack, and as long as everyone is within 8 inches, which they are, everyone gets +1 attack due to Crimson Haze from the Wrathmongers. So, we will go ahead and pile in with the Chaos Warriors first. And we'll go ahead and move, let's see, 8 inches. Oh yeah, we can go over here. So we're going to see if we can get some more people in here. Oop. Without getting caught on the vomit and everything else from the trolls. Looks like we will have, I think one guy won't be able to make it in there, so. Okay, so for the Chaos Warriors, they get 2 attacks each, and that's at 3+. And I believe the leader gets an extra attack, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8, so that's 16 plus 1 is 17 dice. Okay, and then because of the Troggis, the Fellwater, because they have an awful stench, it is -1 to hit them. So the Chaos Warriors need 4s to hit. And they do get to reroll all their hit rolls because of double-handed weapons. So I'm going to reroll any that did not hit. Okay. And then they need 3s to wound. Okay. So, we need to make that many saves with no rend for the Fellwater Troggets at 5 up.
Yep, 5 plus armor. Here we go. We got 7 fails, 8, 9 fails. Alright, so that's 1 damage apiece. So, 9 damage, 4 wounds apiece, 2 trolls go down. And another wound.
Oh, wait. And I just remembered I have to do 1 extra attack because of the Wrathmonger's ability. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me do that real quick. 6, 7, 8. Alright. So again, hitting on 4s. Okay, thankfully we get to re-roll. Okay, that was a little better. And then 3s to wound. Okay, if we can make that many more saves.
Alright, 4 saves at a 5 plus. 2 more wounds on the troll. He's got 1 wound left for that unit.
Okay. Alright, and then what we do is to alternate between units, we randomize. So on a 1 through 3, we'll have this unit attack. On a 4 through 6, we'll have that unit attack. Okay, it's this unit. So go ahead and get 12 dice.
Alright, yep. 4 attacks apiece, 3 trolls, hitting on 3s. So here we go. Alright, and now wounding also on 3s. This is against the Wrathmongers. And so there's 4 saves, rend 1.
Okay, rend 1. They do get, they're normally a 5 up, so they get 6 up save.
2 damage apiece.
Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. They have 3 wounds each, so we'll do, that's 3, 6, and then 7, 8. Okay, next I will pile in with my Exalted Deathbringer. See if we can't finish off that last troll. Okay, so he has a Ruinous Axe. He gets normally 3 attacks. Plus 1 because of the Wrathmongers. And he normally needs 4s to hit at a -1, so he will need 5s. 1 hit. And he needs 3s to wound. Okay, that's a wound, and this is at -1.
Alright, 1 save, 6 plus.
Nope, that's 2 damage.
And the last Troggoth from that unit is dead.
Alright, Korn is very pleased with that. Okay, and then since this unit's already attacked, I'll go ahead and attack with the Wrathmongers. So, they do get an ability, Furious Assault. Add +1 to hit rolls for attacks made by this unit if they made a charge this turn, which they did. So +1, -1 because of the stench of the trolls. So they hit on 4s, and I do get extra 1 attack from the Wrathmaster, which is the leader. So that's 4, 8, and then 12, +1 for the leader. So these are hitting on, oh wait, and then Blood Fury. If a model from this unit is slain before it's removed from play, roll a dice for each enemy within 1 inch of it. add 1 to the dice roll if 2 or more models from that enemy unit are within 1 inch of the slain model. Okay, so the first guy was over here, so I'll roll for him. And he got a 3. On a 2 through 5, the enemy suffers 1 mortal wound after all its attacks have been resolved. So we'll put a wound on him. And then for the second guy, because he was within an inch of 2 or more models, we add 1 to the dice. And that's a 5, so that's just another mortal wound. As they kind of get their revenge before they die. Okay, and now for their normal attacks.
I did 4.
Okay. So we'll get rid of all the misses. And now they need 3s to wound. Here, we did kill a troll. Gave 3 wounds over here to this other troll. For the morale phase, I'm going to spend a command point for the Wrathmongers so they do not have to take morale, as they did suffer 2 losses. The Chaos Warriors only lost 1 model, and their bravery is 7, so they do not have to take a morale test. And we'll come back at the start of turn 2.
Alright, here we go. We're going to roll to see who goes first. A 1. Alright, that's a Troggoth goes first. So, to start with, the Troggoths are engaged, so this unit is going to roll on the engaged table. 5. That is a hold. So, the hold action means they use regeneration as if it were the hero phase. So, on a 4+, they can heal up to D3 wounds. Failed. Alright. And now, they can use their Noxious Vomit against the closest enemy unit. So, right there, they get 1 attack apiece, 2 Troggoths left in the unit, hitting on 2s, 1 hit, wounding on 3s, failed. Alright, so now they go into the combat phase. As normal, they get to attack in melee, so 4 attacks apiece, hitting on 3s. Alright, 5 hits, wounding on 3s again. Alright, 2 wounds, rend 1.
Okay, I need 6s.
Nope, so 2 damage apiece.
Yep. So that's 1, and 1 more dies, that's 4 total. And I will roll, since they were both next to 1 guy only, we'll roll 2 dice to see for their Blood Fury. So, the 3 does 1 mortal wound. So that should kill him.
Kills 1 troll.
And then the 6 does D3 mortal wounds. And that's 3 more mortal wounds. Okay, and that is the Troggoth player turn. So now
you activate the combat phase.
Yes. So the leader will go ahead. The champion of the Wrathmongers will roll 5 dice. So because he did not charge his turn, he does not get +1. So to hit, so he needs to hit on 5s. And he hit twice. And then 3s to wound.
Reroll.
Okay. Okay, that's 1 save at -1.
Alright, a 6+.
Nope.
And there's the end of the Troggoths.
That is the end of the Troggoths. So, that is a major victory for the hunting party. So they will get to pick one of the Artifacts of Power table on the Khorne Bloodbound Allegiance book and give that to the leader. And then we will roll for casualties and the event starting on part 2, the clash at the Black Rock Pass. Thanks for watching.